Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Smart Culinary Live. I know everyone is gearing up towards the holiday, so welcome to Smart's holiday. A lot of people want to know how I made eggplant rollatini. So we're going to do a basic sauce. I'm showing you a sauce from scratch that I use, and I'm doing this sauce because it's less sodium. Like people that buy sauce in the jars and everything, you know, it has a lot of salt and things like that in it. So I'm going to start off with the sauce, and then I'm going to roll some rollatini for you. All right. So, right. First of all, we're gonna I'm going to spray, and with the sauce, I have crushed garlic, salt and pepper, onions, fresh flat parsley, and tuberosa tomatoes. I use this tuberosa because it's very low in sodium. Okay, and it's a great thing to use. Very good sauce. I personally like it anyway. So I've got olive oil spray. So I'm going to spray. My pot is nice and hot ready. I'm going to add the onions. And add the garlic. We've got some fresh cut garlic here. Some chopped up fresh flat parsley. I'm going to just leave a little bit for the end for garnish. And a little bit of salt and pepper. Nothing much, nothing crazy. We're going to be using ricotta cheese. I use this, low fat ricotta cheese. All right. Right, that looks a little dry at the bottom there. You can smell it come in. I'm going to give that a couple more seconds just to get going a little bit. Right. Oh yeah. So just make your onion a little translucent. Done very nicely. And then I'm going to add my tomatoes. Now, traditionally in England at Christmas, we have what we do at Thanksgiving. So we've just done the Thanksgiving. So I couldn't do a traditional Thanksgiving from the UK. So I figured I'd do Italian. I don't know where I got that from, but there you go. So that's my sauce I'm going to be making. Now, sometimes people, if they want to add sausage or meatballs, try and use like turkey meat for the sausage or chicken sausage. Nice spicy and let it cook. I'm just making a basic sauce. This sauce is terrific. All right, eggplant. Right, this morning I breadcrumbed my eggplant. Instead of frying them, I put them in the oven to bake. You can use an air fryer. It's like terrific. It tastes exactly the same, and it's less fat than draped in grease. All right. So how we roll the eggplant is How we roll the eggplant. I get a piece of eggplant. I put sauce at the bottom of my tray, and we're going to get some. I put a little chopped mozzarella in here, fresh parsley, salt and pepper. Ricotta is very sweet, so we're going to dap some of that on. There's some ricotta there, and then we're just going to roll it. This is rollatini. We've got a little bit more cheese down there. And we're going to place it in a dish. And we're going to keep rolling them until, so
that was how many eggplants, like 2 or 3?
This is actually, I actually done 3 eggplants, but I've actually done a before and after dish. So you're going to get to see, that was plenty. I sliced it nice and thin. I'm the mandolin queen when it comes to slicing. I like everything uniform, right? And then finish that. One more bit. Roll it, and it's done. Now I made a sauce earlier this morning over here, so we're going to put the sauce on it.
That looks so good.
Actually,
The colors.
yeah, right. It's very, very pretty. The colors, Christmas colors, red.
Yep.
Red and white and snowy. I like a lot of sauce on mine. Honestly, I like it saucy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Then I have some fresh mozzarella here. I'm just going to place a little bit. Everything is in moderation. Keep in mind. I'm just going to put a little bit of fresh mozzarella. And this will go in the oven. Everything is cooked here, but this will go in the oven until all the cheese melts. So you can use, you know, as soon as you see the cheese melt, it's on the top, you know it's a go. I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan on the top. And that is your rollatini. Okay.
Great.
Now, I did the dessert. I did do a traditional English dessert today, what they use at Christmas a lot. It's called a trifle. Okay. I'm going to show you what it is. Right, traditionally English trifles, they put like the lady fingers in the bottom of it, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more healthier. You know, we don't want all that spongy stuff in the bottom. So what I did, you buy custard in the supermarket, and I added we're going to fill ours up with fruit. So I added chopped bananas to the custard. All right, and then we're going to add the custard to the Jello. And this is sugar-free Jello, so it's sweet, so you don't have to add any additional sugar to the cream that I'm about to put on. That's your cream. And then I whipped heavy cream. I didn't add no sugar, no vanilla, no nothing, because as I said, between the Jello and the custard, it's nice and sweet. And then we're going to do a little bit of heavy cream.
Is there heavy cream sweetened, or it's just?
No, I didn't add it because it's sweet with the Jello and all that. You really don't need it.
Right.
You know, it gives off that sweet, and we're trying to keep it, you know, we're trying to keep a little bit healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And we just plaster it with fruit after. You can put nuts on this. They use flaked almonds. You can put whatever you want. Okay, so now we're just going to decorate with some fruits. I have some strawberries and raspberries because that's what they had. And we're just going to fill it up with strawberries and raspberries.
Oh, so beautiful.
And you can actually, I'll finish that after, but I show you the final draft in a little bit. But you see the layers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So that your trifle. Now, let's go to what, you know, I've made. All right, so this is the eggplant rollatini with the cheese all melted. Okay. And then we have our trifle that are all ready. And by special request again, because we actually made tea yesterday, we made tea when we did our outreach at Central Harlem, and it was the hot apple cider with fresh ginger and lemon. We got so many compliments back. I redid it. I know I did this at Thanksgiving, but everyone loved it and kept saying, oh, this is so good. This is so good. So I definitely recommend this. Okay.
Ooh,
so
that looks so great.
Apple cider, and it's watered down. I don't just do straight apple cider. I actually put a lot of water to it because it's very sweet. So I add water, ginger, boil it, add lemon juice, and you got your ginger tea. Alrighty, so that is me done.
Good. That looks so great. Thank you. I just started. I'm toasting. This is some olive oil, garlic, chopped garlic. I just wanted to speed the process. We are going to do like a Spanish cod that's done a lot in Mexico, Latin America, also in Spain. So to my garlic that is getting color, I'm gonna add sliced onion. It's just like in little half moons. And I want to add it in because my garlic is getting that color, and that's just, if you see it here. And then you see the little strips. So it's a lot of peppers in here. Actually, I put a little bit of jalapeno for spice. If you don't want spice, don't add that. and just add just the bell peppers. And see, I'll have try to get different colors of them. So that's my green, my red, all of that goes in. Remember, olive oil and the garlic. I can already smell the garlic. And we're gonna saute, and we're just gonna season lightly with little salt, little pepper. Remember that the pepper and the jalapeno is gonna have a little nice spice to it. So we're gonna let it cook for a little while. I'll show you the cod. So this is the cod. So traditionally it's done with like salted cod, which it's really salty. And you soak it for many days, change the water in the refrigerator, but we're just skipping that. What we're gonna do is actually just fresh cod. You can also use tilapia, and we're gonna roast it in the oven at 350. So I'm just gonna show you how we prep our cod. So these are the fillets. What I want you to see, actually, the cod is really a flaky fish, so it'll kind of like break really quickly. It'll flake, so it's really easy. But I just wanted to show you a couple of things. So these are my fillets. So the cod will have like a thick part, which is where these came from, and then like a thin part sometimes, which is where this one came. So you could use, of course, every one, but these are a little thicker here. So what I wanted to show you is a little trick of the trade is because this is really like the tail end and it's really thin. The way you do that, a lot of people in restaurants, you still will serve this piece and you just fold it like that and make it a little thicker. And that's how, you use everything. It's good to go. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you. This is how we're cooking. It's getting it's getting soft, but this one takes a little while, so a couple of minutes at least. But I would say actually saute them on a medium heat, start high, then lower it and continue cooking. We're gonna add to this some tomato. I'll actually wait a little bit before the tomato, and then I'll show you how we're gonna season our fish. Very simple. Actually, I'm going to put it in my roasting pan. Always, every time you use fish, make sure to give it a quick, a nice rinse with cold water. And when you're roasting it, I told you you're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. But always make sure it's nicely seasoned. And also take it out of the refrigerator for a few minutes, like maybe 15 at the minimum. There's some olive oil. I'm just gonna spread the olive oil in there, and I can actually move and flip it around so it gets nice, the olive oil all around it. It's in like a little nonstick mat already. So it's not that but it actually provides a lot of flavor. So now that it's nicely coated with the oil, that's the perfect time for us to season. This is not salted cod, so yeah, we can add a little bit of salt both sides. Let's do the pepper. And then always for the fish, flip it on both sides and season it on the other side too. Just a little goes a long way. Salt and pepper. And then you see this is the skin part. You can see the little like white little part. So that one would go down, facing down. That's not the pretty look for the fish. So that'll be just like that. Flip them here, and then we're gonna put them directly in the oven. At 350 preheated. Remember, at least 15 minutes out of the refrigerator so it gets to room temperature, and then it's not really very cold in the I'm gonna add my tomatoes now. Add a cup. You can add a little bit more if you want a lot more sauce, and then you're gonna start cooking. You can raise this slightly higher heat, and then you'll start seasoning this. And now I'm gonna show you. So I'm taking this to the oven, and I'm going to show you the one that I prepared earlier and how we serve it. So we're gonna get our plate. So this one, the sauce, we're gonna cook it for, yeah, make it really, they should be really nice and soft, the peppers, for a while. So I'm gonna show you the one that I did earlier. This is the sauce. You could tell, oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, almonds. Some almonds go directly, like a handful like that, go into our sauce. That's a great typical, I think it's like coming from the Spanish, to add the almonds in there, and they'll cook just as they cook with the peppers and everything yourself, so you get your sauce. So I have some prepared rice, some white rice. So we're just going to get a little bit to make it fluffy. So we'll put a little bit, usually serve with rice, so it soaks a lot of that. Here's my rice, and then I'm gonna grab my roasted fish. Oh, you have one of these. These are little like spatulas. They're good to use for fish. So here's our piece of fish that was roasted. So I like to put it just like that over the rice, and then dress it with our sauce. So nice and hot, and you can put a little bit over. So it'll be very flaky, and it'll start breaking apart. One thing I wanted to show you is, I don't know if you've ever seen, obviously, how will you know the fish is cooked? Well, 20 minutes is plenty at 350 for this size of the fillet. It should be flaky, but in restaurants, you can't be touching the fish and basically making it flaky, because no one's gonna want that once you serve it in a plate. So what they do is they use this little, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a needle, literally a needle. So actually this one goes right, if you can see, it goes right in the middle. You go in, wait for a little second, and then you take it out, and then you actually, this part, I'll show you, you put it, I know it's a little weird, but you put it right under your lip. It should be warm, nice and hot, right in your lip. That's the way you can tell if it's hot, and then you'll know it's ready. So this one, finally, one of the things you can do is for garnish, you grab a couple of, I have some olives here, if you like olives. These have their own.
Love olives.
The pit, I love olives. So the pit, so you get, with the pit, I crush them like that. They bring a lot more flavor than if you buy them without the pit. So it doesn't matter if you kind of, where they break apart, you get a lot more flavor. And then once you break them apart, you can just rough chop it like that. And then put a little bit of the olives all over. You can also put a little bit of the chopped parsley if you want. And then that's it. And here's our sauce that continues cooking. So yeah, the sauce will cook like around 15 minutes or so, or at least. And then you make you can make it ahead of time, just have it warm and serve it just like that.
That looks delicious, JP. Very nice. On behalf of Smart, I want to wish you all a very, very happy holiday. All right.
Bye, everyone. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy travels, safe travels, safe holidays for everyone.
Bye-bye.